Hey guys, this is Dan from Ledger Support. How are you guys doing today? So in this video today, I'm going to talk about a new exciting feature that just released in Ledger Live 2.41.1, which is the latest version of Ledger Live available at this moment. And that is Solana Sol coin staking. So this is really exciting because now you can stake your coins directly within Ledger Live and get passive income. What is staking? So basically staking is a way to participate in creating new blocks for the network. So you delegate your coin to a validator, in this case that would be Ledger, and Ledger will stake on your behalf, and basically you get rewarded for participating into this activity. So staking is great, it's a great way to get passive income, and I'm going to show you today how to go about doing it and staking your Sol coin with your Ledger device and Ledger Live. So the first thing you need to make sure of is that you are running Ledger Live version 2.41.1 or above on your computer. So you might be wondering, how do I know which version of Ledger Live I'm running on my computer? And basically, you just need to open Ledger Live, go into the settings here, go into About, and there is a section called Version that will tell you the version of Ledger Live you're on. If it's 2.41.1, like mine here, then you're good and you have access to the latest feature. So that's the first thing that you need. The second thing that you need is a Ledger device with the Solana app installed on the device. So I'm going to show you that in a second. So I've got with me my Ledger Nano S Plus, just for you, so you know, you can also stake with a Nano S, a Nano X, a Nano S Plus, and any other device that will be released in the future. It doesn't matter which device you're using, you can always stake your coins, okay? So let me unlock my device here. So I've got a pretty weak pin code, as you can see. For you at home, it's better to use a 4-digit pin code. 8-digit pin code, 4 digits is just for me because this is my work device. Anyway, let's go into the manager and we are going to download the Solana app. So I'm going to allow the manager. So I'm in the manager now. I can see that my firmware is up to date, so it's all good. I'm going to check my apps installed, and I only have the Cardano and Ethereum app installed, so I want to download the Solana app now. So it's here. I want to make sure I'm on version 1.2.0 at least. Okay, you'll need that version to start staking. And I'm going to click install. Now the app is installing. I'm getting a progress bar on the device as well. And I can see that the app has been installed on my device. So this is all good. So the next step is to go back into accounts. And what I'm going to do before I go into my Solana account, I'm going to open the Solana app on my device because that will be required to create the transaction to delegate my coins. Okay, so I'm going to open the app. Just so you know, you don't need blind signing enabled. Okay, so you can see blind signing is not enabled on my device, and you actually don't need blind signing for this because the feature is integrated in Ledger Live. So this is not, it's not clear signed because it's been integrated within our ecosystem. Blind signing is still required for example, if you stake via a different provider. For example, you stake via a Solflare or Phantom, then you will need a blind signing enabled. But within Ledger Live, you don't need to blind sign, you clear sign everything, which is great. Okay, so I already have a Solana account, which I founded with just a little bit of Sol. And the reason why I put only like about $2 of Sol is to show you that you can start staking Sol even with a very, very low balance. So, I go into my account, okay? So this is my Solana account, I go into my account, then I want to click Earn Rewards button at the top here. You can see already that the interface is a little different. There is this delegation section here where your delegated balance is going to appear eventually. Okay, so I'm going to click Earn Rewards here, and that will start the flow to stake my coins. Okay, so here's a slide that explains how rewards are generated. And here we talk about delegation instead of staking because technically you are delegating your coins to a node. So our node in this example And yeah, and so you're getting the rewards through a node that is not your node, but that is a node that's run by Ledger. Okay, so that's why it's called delegating and not native staking. Although the result is the same, you're still getting rewards. Okay, so I'm going to click continue here, and now I have a few options, but I want to go with the Ledger by Figment. Validating nodes. So Figment, if you're wondering, is our partner, and basically they provide infrastructure for our validating node. So we have partnered with them to help us run the staking service. So I'm going to go ahead and select that node. Okay, I'm going to click continue, and here I have to choose the amount of SOL that I want to delegate, and I'm going to go for half my balance, which is just under $1. So you can see like you can delegate like very, very small amounts, which is definitely a cool thing about Solana. Also, transaction fees are very, very cheap on Solana, which is great for staking small amounts. Like it's not something you can do on Ethereum, for example, at least not yet. Okay, so I'm going to continue this. I want to make sure the app is open on my device. Okay, now see, it just created a delegation transaction on my device, and you can see that if you scroll through the transaction, everything is clear sign, right? So you've got a delegate from, so this is my address, deposit, that's how much SOL I'm going to deposit into my delegated account, and other information about the delegated service that will stake my coin. Okay, just so you know, guys, before you delegate, make sure that you don't delegate your whole balance. Okay, because later when you want to withdraw your rewards back from your delegated balance to your available balance, which is just your normal account balance, that transaction to withdraw your rewards to your available balance will cost you fees. And if your available balance is at 0, in this case, you won't be able to pay for the transaction to withdraw your rewards. Okay, so it's very important that you don't delegate everything. So in my case, you can see that I have 0.02 SOL in my available balance. I'm only delegating half of that because I want to keep the other half to pay for fees. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to review this. Okay, I'm happy with the transaction. I'm going to go ahead and approve it. Okay, so that's something that can happen because Solana has a system where they don't have really a mempool, so sometimes the network gets congested and transactions get dropped as a result. If this happens, basically you just have to retry the transaction until it delegates. So don't panic, it's fine. The coins are still safe in your balance. You just have to retry the transaction a second time. So this is what I'm going to do. This is just the way Solana works. When the network is really congested, basically there can be transaction might be dropped by the network. It's not like in Ethereum where the transaction are queued. And here you go. See, like the transaction just went through. So this is really good. I'm going to, so I can either view the details of the transaction right here. So I've got a transaction ID, and I can use something like SolScan to track the transaction. So I can show you what that looks like. But basically you would go like SolScan, which is the Explorer, Solana Explorer that I recommend. And then you can track your transaction by pasting it on SolScan like that. So I'm not sure if my transaction has been broadcast yet, but it should appear here. Okay, so it's been finalized as successful. Solana is really, really fast. Cool, so going back to my account. So my transaction has been broadcast, and basically in a few minutes, you'll see this bit here, the delegation section will change, okay? It will go from from nothing to activating. See, you can see it here, it just popped. This means that my staking balance, my delegation balance is activating, which means that I'm not earning SOL rewards just yet. I have to wait for this balance to activate. Once it goes from activating to activated, and you'll get like a green check mark instead of this like orange spinning wheel. Once it says activated or activated instead of activating, then you will start getting rewards to your delegated account. Okay, that takes usually one epoch. An epoch is something specific to Solana. It's a cycle in Solana. But basically what it means in our term is your balance will activate within 2 to 3 days, sometimes 4 days, but usually 2 to 3 days before your balance activates. Once it's activated, then you will start earning rewards. Okay, and you can see now I've got two different balances. I've got my available balance here, and I've got my delegated balance here. 0.01 SOL and my available balance. And so the rewards will accrue to the delegated balance here. Okay, so that number is going to go up every with time. That balance is going to stay the same, but if one day I want to take from that balance to this balance, then I will have to pay for a transaction fee that will take SOL from this balance. Okay, and that's why I don't want to completely empty the available balance. I want to keep some SOL there to pay for that transaction fee if I ever want to close my delegated balance and get the rewards. And that's basically it, guys. I mean, I'm just gonna wait for my balance to activate. That's going to take 2 to 3 days. And after that, I'm going to start accruing rewards. Now, if you wanna, just something to know about Solana, the Solana blockchain is not gonna let you add to an existing delegated balance. Okay, instead, if you want to add more coins to an existing delegated balance, staking balance if you prefer, you will have to create, there's 2 ways you can do it. Either you create a new delegation, okay, by clicking the add button here, and then you have to go through the same steps again. Okay, so basically that will create 2 staking balances, 2 delegations. Or you can close this delegation here, okay, withdraw the rewards, and then create a new delegation with more coins. Okay, it's just a little quirk of the Solana blockchain. That's just how it works. For now, you can't just add new coins to an existing balance. Okay, so it's fine to have multiple delegations, staking balance, or you can just having one balance, then you can close the existing one, withdraw, and then boom, create a new one again. Just so you know, closing a staking balance and withdrawing the rewards and the principal back to available balance also takes an epoch. So that will take also like 3 to 4 days. Okay, so there's basically a queue to start delegating and there's a queue to withdraw your assets. This is perfectly normal. This is just how the Solana blockchain works. Cool. That's it for me, guys. I hope that was clear. If you do have some questions, you can comment below in the comment sections, or you can reach out to us on the help center. So that will be ledgersupport.com, or you can reach out to us on Twitter, and that will be ledger_support on Twitter. So yeah, hoping to hear from you guys soon, and I hope you like the new feature and you enjoyed the yield. Cool, bye.